This is me, trying to do 1,000 bar spins in 5 days. I took a step away from big air and huge jumps and went back to the basics, doing hundreds of bar spins in the last week. Sometimes progression isn't about doing more, it requires taking a step back and doing things right. So with that, we're going to jump right into Tuesday evening with a 6 skate park session.
Ah! Yeah! That took so long, I'm actually so annoyed it took as long as it did. Fist bump. Woo! Oh, freaking sick, dude. Yes! It's Wednesday. I'm out here at the Reading skate park. I've set myself the goal to do 100 bar spins. I went over to Dick's Sporting Goods and I picked up one of these. It's a pitch counter. For every bar spin I land, I get to hit the button, and the goal is by the end of the day to go from 0 to 100 bar spins. If I don't land one, it doesn't count. So I have to land 100 bar spins. Could be here for 2 hours. I could be here all day. Hopefully it goes well. This is kind of my way of trying to push myself to get better at bar spins. I thought it was a nice challenge, so I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera up and we're gonna get right into doing 100 bar spins. There's the first bar spin out of 100. Let's do 99 more.
Looking back at the last 3 weeks, the craziest part isn't even the riding. It's how much this whole thing has tested me mentally. Week 1, I struggled to settle in and find people to ride with. Week 2, it began to set in how much work it's gonna take to make this happen. In week 3, I really began battling with the fear of getting hurt and suddenly bringing everything to a screeching halt. Riding around people you've looked up to for years messes with your head. Every mistake feels worse, wins feel smaller, and there's constant pressure to prove yourself. I really want to take a second to thank Nikolai Rogatkin and his family for welcoming me into their home, letting me ride his compound. That kindness and trust meant more to me than you probably realize. It also opened doors that can take me further than I ever imagined possible.
We have now done 50. My left foot hurts, which is very bad. We're halfway there.
Another cornerstone of this journey has been Jarrett Brantley, a friend for many years who honestly made a huge part of this trip possible. From helping me plan to introducing me to pros, this trip wouldn't have happened without him. There's a part of this trip that most people don't see, but it's one of the most miraculous stories I've ever experienced. Back when I was planning to live out of my car, before I left home, my dad messaged an old cousin on Facebook, someone he hadn't talked to in over 30 years, just to explain that I'd be in the area and to ask if, God forbid, something went wrong, they'd be willing to help. They never met me, they barely knew anything about me, and without hesitation, they invited me to live with them for a month. They have fed me, housed me, and treated me like a member of their family. That doesn't feel like a coincidence. That feels like a blessing from God. I'm definitely still scared and figuring things out every day, but this trip has shown me that I'm not doing this alone, and that means more than any trick I could ever land.
We're at 90 bar spins, so we only have 10 left. Let's knock out these last 10 without getting off the bike. That right there is the 100 bar spin challenge completed for the day. I'm gonna probably take a break, get some water, maybe go get lunch, and we'll see where the rest of the day takes us. We've just pulled up at this sweet pump track. Jared actually built it about a year ago. We're here in the back of my car. We're gonna get the bike out, put on all my pads, and then we're gonna shred this park for a little while. Padded up. I've actually got a rash on my left knee from my knee pads rubbing. We've got all of the equipment on. We're gonna warm up on this pump track. We're gonna start with this fly out here. There's some fun jumps. Let's just get straight into it. The sun is actually blinding on this fly out. However, I think in honor of spending this entire morning focusing on bar spins, I should definitely do a bar spin in this fly out and see if I've learned anything. Even though I did land that bar spin, it was not good. I don't know how to explain it, but you can just feel it, so I want to do another one. I was just here looking around the park looking for spots. I found like a cool berm to dirt, it's a super rocky landing, so crashing would be horrendous. I suspect the Suron kids have probably ridden this in here. There's a lot of kids that come here on Surons and ride a lot. So I'm gonna try and come and hit this and see if it feels good, see what's going on with this jump right here. There's a super cool tabletop, and I'm gonna try and 360 it, even though it could be death. That's what I was scared of. Oh my God. I have to do it. Okay, right here. After several attempts, I was able to 360 that jump, and now I'm looking around and there's nothing else I can do here except for just ride the pump track as it was intended, which I can't even do an adequate job filming because I don't have any sort of GoPro mounts. I can only have the GoPro on the tripod. The session may be over already, but we'll see. Just finished up the session over at the pump track. It was pretty rad. A couple other people pulled up to the pump track. I just kind of repped some laps. I have a problem, guys. I've been riding so much where I'm wearing my knee pads that I've developed this red spot, and it really doesn't look all that bad. However, this is a blister that's forming, and so the more I wear my pads, the worse it gets. So if I didn't wear my pads for a couple days, it'd probably go away, but I have to wear my pads to ride. So I need to find a solution for this, because even just doing this really hurts. So when I'm wearing my pads, I'm just dealing with like a lot of pain every single time that I move my knee. So this needs to be resolved. I don't know how. If anyone knows, drop down in the comments. I'm gonna do some research tonight and see if I can figure out how to heal this wound. We're back at the skate park. It's now Thursday. We left off yesterday doing 100 bar spins. We're back here today. We're gonna try and do at least 100 more. Ideally, by the end of the week, I'd like to do 1,000 bar spins. I think that's a pretty good goal. I'm gonna set up the camera and we're gonna get grinding. The session's going well. I've done about 60 bar spins so far today. I've done more than that. I haven't hit the clicker on every single one. So I'm gonna do a few more and then I'm gonna head over to lunch. We're back at the skate park after eating some lunch, and I've been hard at work. We have just hit the 200 mark, kind of locked in, got the 200 mark, so let's see how many more we can get done before we call it a day. There's this really cool spot right here where it's like a tiny little box jump. It's almost not even fair to call it a box jump. It's literally a ramp with a tiny flat into like a nice mellow bank. I've been doing bar spins all day, so I'd really like to bar spin this feature, so we're gonna try and do that. Yes! Yes! We did it. That was actually so sick. I'm stoked about that one. I was watching Sam Pilgrim last night, as one does, and in his video, he did a foot plant, and so that has inspired me to try and foot plant this feature. Seems fun, so let's get it. Super fun little trick. Glad I saw that on Sam's Pilgrim. I have been at the skate park for the majority of today, and I'm absolutely beat, so I'm gonna have to call it for the day. We will throw down again tomorrow. See you then. It is Friday. We are back at the skate park. We're here with Dangerous Damien.
What's up?
I will probably end up doing some more bar spins today. Even though that is not the entire mission at the moment, I will still try to keep track of how many bar spins I do so that we can kind of have a total at the end of the week on how many bar spins I do. However, as we were cruising around here, there's a cool little street section that I have actually not messed around with at all. I want to try and mess around on that A-frame. Specifically, I'd really like to 180 it. I don't do 180s very much because I am a slopey boy. I ride the jumps, I go forward. 180s are not in my vocabulary, but today we're gonna do a 180, so let's get it. This right here is the A-frame in question. I'm gonna 180 it, and then Damien actually suggested that I try and 360 it as well. He used to be a little bit of a street dog himself, so let's see if we can one bang this 180. Ah!
Oh, dude.
I hope I didn't just bend the crap out of my rotor. Oh, it hit right here, I think. Third try. That one was closer though.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, I'll take it. I'm feeling inspired. I think I will do a bar spin over it, which is just basically gonna be a hot bar. We'll make it happen. Dude, I was sick. I didn't think I would do it first try. I guess I have been here the last 2 days and I've done over 200 bar spins.
Yeah,
Just
there
bump.
you go.
Let's go, boys. Bar spin first try. I'm like Sam Pilgrim or something. Let's get some thoughts from you. Let's find another location to do some shenanigans. So there's this super sick quarter pipe, vert wall, bank wall kind of deal. Damien suggested that we try and 1 foot can it. So I'm gonna do a trick I've done a long time ago, which is a foot plant to 1 footed can on this bank vert wall. Oh, that's so good. I do think it would be cool to do a proper 1 footed can. I can't even imagine. That's gonna be so scary. I think I probably realistically can still land 1 footed and be fine. Let's learn a new trick. I'll take it. I'll take that one. That's like a nice chill ramp to do that on.
Flip something.
Oh, I could flip something.
Holy
I've seen that fly out being flipped. Probably would be the place to do it. Yay, I didn't die. I didn't feel like I went up that high.
It wasn't massive, but it was a clean flip.
I'll take it.
Very clean.
I'll take it. Let's converse and try and figure out some more stuff to do. Damien has suggested one of the popular skate park gaps here. Why don't you take them and show them what this gap consists of?
Guys, this gap, you hit this gap and you start way over there. You're gonna pedal as hard as you can up on top of that little ridge right there. Come in flying through here, hit this transition right here, pump down it, and then you're gonna fly out of this small bowl up out of the skate park. What would you say? That's about like
30 feet, 25 feet?
20, 25, yeah.
I would say to the point of the knuckle where you would die is like just over 20.
It's a sizable gap here.
Yeah, and it's a step up, technically. Oh, this is actually so stupid. I'm gonna do a run up. I'm gonna just feel it out. For context, I'm 6 foot tall. And if I lay down here, like that's gotta be 25 feet.
20, minimum 20.
That was actually horrifying. There's not a prayer in the world that I would trick that.
Dude, let's find something else then.
We were just sitting here talking about different things and I was looking at this cool feature here. So there's a bank onto this slanted box. And so I think it'd be cool to hop out of that bank onto the box and then 180 off the end of the box.
I tried doing this a long time ago. And that box, what would you say, about less than 10 feet maybe?
It's just probably 9 feet.
That is such a fast 180. Like, it's so tight.
I'm so fried. I regret saying that I wanted to do this now. Oh! That is actually a very cool little thing. 360 off that would be mental, dude. Should I try one?
You know, it looked like you had plenty of setup time for one.
You know, you might be right. I feel like, yeah, let's try one. I pulled and I'm like, if I don't rotate, I'm gonna like land and like do that number, but it came around.
It did.
Hallelujah, thank goodness. This morning was super sick. I don't usually get to have a filmer to help me film stuff around the skate park, so having a filmer this morning was such a blessing. Huge shout out to Damien for helping a brother out. I feel like it was a lot of fun, did some cool stuff. We got lunch together, which was fun, and now I'm back at the skate park and I'm gonna get back on the bar spin grind. Gonna just try and crank some out today, maybe do like 50 or so. I'm gonna set the camera up and do some bar spins. We have just now hit 250 bar spins on the week, which is quite the accomplishment. I'd like to get some more done today. It'd be sweet to get to 300, but I'm not gonna kill myself to get there. 250 in 3 days is pretty good. Let's see where we end up at the end of the session. The session for the day has concluded. I ended up with 285 bar spins for the week at the end of the session today, which is super sick. Had a lot of progression, landed tail whips first try and stuff. You know, when you've been here all day, it's really hard to keep setting up the tripod when you're just doing the same thing over and over again. Super good session. I think lots of progress was made today. I plan to see you guys tomorrow for whatever ends up happening. Back out here at the skate park with Jarrett. He's out here today to help me take some sick photographs because we gotta get that crispy 4K thumbnail for the YouTubes. So he's got his camera out here. The goal right now is to get a super duper sick mid bar spin. That's the goal. So let's set it up and get some sweet photographs. We got it. Oh, first tee?
Yeah, I mean, that's how we do this.
Thanks to Jarrett, we got some sick photos.
You guys want to see a shot?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a sweet photograph in the thumbnail this week. Super stoked to get home and edit those. Good session. Did like 25 or 30 bar spins. Stoked about it. So let's get home, do some editing, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're here on Sunday. We're with Damien, even though he's out of focus, but we're here at this sick shooting range. It's gonna be super fun. Gonna have some straight up California shooting experience. So let's get everything set up out on the range and do some shooting.
Probably like 35 yards.
Real quick, like you need to not.
Do you want to just really quickly take us through what all you've brought?
Yeah, so I brought my Glock 20 10mm right here. And then I have a Henry survival rifle. The whole gun is packed in right here. Got a Mossberg 20 gauge U shotgun. Got a Ruger 1022. I believe this is a Target model. Then I have a Marlin 3030 lever action rifle right here. This is a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm.
Nice.
Yep.
I heard that.
There it is.
You hit that.
Dude, this is a really fun gun. There's no recoil. It's like really quiet. That's super fun.
Super cheap to shoot.
So I'm gonna go shoot the dueling tree.
Yeah. So like a lot of people in Alaska, they carry.
That is without a doubt one of the most fun shooting experiences I've ever had. That 22 on that dueling tree is awesome.
Okay.
The gun range was super fun. We're actually gonna pack up. We're running a little bit late to meet Aris for lunch. So let's pack up super speedy and head over to lunch. And that's gonna be the end of this week's video. I thought it was a super sick one. And I know you're all wondering how many bar spins I ended up doing by the end of the week. Don't worry, I've got it right here. I ended up doing 310 bar spins. Pretty far off my goal of 1,000. However, when I started on Wednesday for the challenge, made it a little bit hard. And then Sunday, I didn't even get to ride my bike at all because it was raining. But all in all, I think I progressed on bar spins and had a sick week. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.